All right, so today is, I think it's October the 11th. Yeah, October the 11th, Saturday. It's now 1:46 p.m. Had a horrible night, a lot of pain. Didn't sleep too well at night. I'm not sleeping at night again. But anyway, this video is to talk about why I'm constantly congested, sneezing, coughing, and really wanting to get true answers on what this stuff is coming from the AC, that is also a fire hazard. Okay. And I have been accumulating it. That I have also been accumulating. So let me go get my jar that I forgot. Here's me taking this off. Okay, and you can see that it's all on the surface. It's on the surface of every single thing in the apartment. We cannot dust enough. I wet dust. Okay? So we can't dust enough. Okay? All right? So this is what this vlog is about today. Now, I haven't turned on much lights on in here, but it's all on my plants too. Let me see if I can get in there. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wow. Again, like I said, we can't dust enough. So you see it's cleaner in the front. I wet dusted the front, but didn't lift up those planters and got in the back. Oh, wow. It's right there on that leaf. Okay. All right. So that's to prove that when I say that's a living being, my plants are living beings, and so is me and my daughter's lungs. And this is what we're constantly breathing in. So let me show you guys. This is what's coming out that I've been accumulating. Okay? And some kind of fiber, some kind of something, but it's coming from the HVAC system. And this is the reason I have that up there as well. Okay? All right, so before I go back to this one, show you guys. This is what I have been accumulating inside of this jar. To one day, hopefully, really understand what I have been breathing in. So this is what I mean when I say it's a fire hazard, because in the 1904 apartment, this exact same thing was happening there. And so to the degree that I have documented it, that it gets all over the plugs, as you can see, and it will set inside the plugs. So this is why me and my daughter set these things inside of the plug right there, to prevent that from happening, because I guess once I stuck an actual plug in there where it had all that accumulated HVAC debris, it caught on fire. So I'd have to dig up that photograph of that to prove that this is a really serious issue. It also accumulates in the cracks. Okay? It did it so bad in the 1904 apartment in the kitchen. It was horrible. And it's doing it now in this kitchen. Oh God, my back is killing me. It's doing it now in this kitchen on the actual stucco look of the wall. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try to. There it is. So that's what it's doing in this apartment. But in the other apartment, it was right there in that crack where the cabinet connects to the wall. But this one doesn't have it such a gaping there's not such a gaping crack in between. Okay, so that's the proof. It's gonna land somewhere, and it's definitely landing in our lungs. And then this is how the vent is looking now. So this is a proof of what I'm saying and why I'm so sick. With the sneezing and the eye itching and who knows, the burning, everything. Here's the one in the dining area. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because in this unit, Mary Whitman and somebody named Jason, I don't know what his last name was. Okay, so my daughter just cleaned this actual vent itself. When I say cleaned it, like how it was all stuck on the outside of it or the actual rails or whatever, and had them come and put in a new filter. This just happened yesterday, Friday, October the 10th, I believe, that they put in a new filter, and my daughter swept that like we always do. Okay. All right. And then here's the living room one. I already showed all these on my shorts, but so the foul stench in here has us having a fan in the window to pull the stench out and to try to open up a filtration system for the air that we're constantly having to breathe. And the reason why this is very important about this Jason person who claimed that he's part of this, government department that has authority and credentialing to inspect a home, a residence, for a mold pestilence, he literally tried to blame it on my plants. He literally said that my plants causes mold. Okay. And when Mary Whitman, who is a leasing agent here at Lincoln Park Apartments, I guess working through Tarantino Properties, literally had the audacity to have a video removed that she wasn't even in. So this is how you know the gang stalking and shit is really real. The cyber stalking, gang stalking is real. Because who in the fuck behind YouTube would actually do that? Okay? That's what I'm telling you. So these are my plants. This is how it's having some fresh air in here, because I have the one side of the, let me go up on it. I have one side of the of the vent. I'm sorry, the fan coming in, I think. Let me see. Okay, it says exhaust. No, it's hot. It's hot outside right now, so we have it both on exhaust. But at night, when it cools down, we'll put one on intake, and you'll hear it change. And now that's blowing air in and pulling bad air out. Okay? Okay? That's the goal. And yes, it is going to pull in some warm air, but I'm standing here and it's perfectly fine. And that way, my plants, because they keep looking crazy. They keep doing certain things that, due to money and my physical situation, I have not been able to find out like what's happening with my plants, what's going on with their soil. That one is particularly doing that, and my monsteras, which I do have to propagate because look what she's doing. Okay, and that Crofton just looking so beautiful right there. I'm so glad I put those sticks in there. And look at that one. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to get some more of those and some more pots like this. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, but these are real porcelain pots, so I'm definitely gonna need money. I don't think these were that expensive, but anyway, this is just to show what my plants look like. I document things because these people lie. They literally fucking lie. What was the purpose of you, a leasing agent, coming into my apartment claiming that you're going to do a mold inspection, and you just came in here and sat around and communicated with me about the plants that's right here on my bar? That's what you did. You did not talk about these bags that are up here that's proving the level of moisture inside this apartment. Huh? That's what you didn't do. You didn't discuss that. And we put the date is 2024. We haven't bought any new ones since then. You guys know we've been dealing with a lot of money woes. Okay? This is what Mary Whitman stood right here inside of my house and talked to me about my plants and talking about, this is how I propagate them. and saying, how do you keep them so clean? Well, first of all, I have not been able to just pop in here with my back injury like this and bend and just do subtle movements. That's not clean. I dump the water, I clean out the jar itself, I remove the plant, clean the jar itself, put clean water, put the plant back in until I'm able to get pottery. I have soil, but I need pottery to put them in. So this is what Mary did. She stood right back here. She clearly was able to see that I've been in a position of moving. I will not get rid of my boxes. Okay? All right? She sees all this. She stood right back here with me. Okay? Yeah. So this is me documenting what we breathing in, and yes, the air conditioner is on and is in the right position that it's supposed to be. I'll show you guys again when my daughter come on and be digging this out for me, because that's what I need you to do. And I have a flosser already out. You can come and get. What else I'm supposed to show y'all? Oh, before I end this vlog, because my back is killing me. Come and get this flosser. See? Oh, we bought a new one. A brand new one. We had to. Yes, it makes the house hotter. Yeah. It changes the temperature in here. Sure does. Okay, right here on the side. There's a flosser. Okay. And then come and pull it right here in the front so you can see it. They can see you digging it out. And then I'm gonna have you pop open that back area of the AC vent. The electrical box, to see all that's back there. So she gonna come over here. My diamond paint almost done. I just gotta do that top. Put it down right here. Where's the jar? You got the jar? Okay. She's gonna show. She just got out the shower. It's very hard to feel clean in here, right? When the shit is right back on your skin. I need some more ice water. Okay, so that's just a flosser. Show them what you're using. That's just a flosser. Basically, she just using a flosser that I was using and taking it out like a little fork. This is what we're breathing in. This is what Mary Whitman put me at the top of the list to do a mold inspection. And this guy was a joke. He was a joke. Like, I still remember, the website and all that type shit. He's a fucking joke. Like, and when he looked at the real extensive mold test, he said, oh, they did all the tests. So when I recorded speaking to Mary, telling her, yeah, he said, yeah, they did the real test. And she's, oh, that's not what he said. All the tests compared to him not doing any real test is what? And so I had suspicion that when Brittany was inside of the apartment with Kiosha that day, talking to me about all the things we've been going through and how we didn't move and what happened with the Section 8 housing choice voucher, all of that, right? It was funny how Brittany kept talking about our apartment being so organized. She said this at least 3 times, that it's so organized. Even went so far as to ask me and my daughter, do we have a maid service? Like, do you see where we live at? What the fuck would we need with a maid service where we live at? Like, what? So it felt to me like she was talking to somebody about our particular situation behind our backs in such a way that it was not positive. Like something they're trying to stage again, that she's doing this, this is what caused it and everything. And see, what happens is they really feel like you do not have any true alliances. You don't really have any true supporters in the spiritual realm that is working things out. They're setting things in motion in the physical for you and your daughter to be moved from this poisonous, toxic, hostile living environment. It's crazy. You see what my daughter is doing? We have never lived in any other apartment in the city of Houston, Texas that was old. Like they were there for a while. The apartment is not a newly built complex and never dealt with this. Never. If there was anything going on, it was gonna just come out immediately. Pretty much, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year of you living there, where something that they may have like painted over, covered it up, it's gonna come out pretty quick. It's gonna come out, right? And I'm talking about anything that has to do with some kind of a HVAC, also known as an air conditioning leak. It'll come out because it's a patch up job. But this is happening in the 19 building, in the 1904 unit we were living in, and it's happening here. So what's going on? Click on Google reviews. Other people literally did go. I've been here for 12 years, since December 2012, and I ain't never put nothing on Google. Oh, I learned my lesson about that talking about Vista cars and trucks. Yeah, I learned my lesson about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when they want to block shit so it doesn't look like they are doing bad business, stealing from people, hurt, harming, injuring people, setting people up for failure, oh, they'll block it. So I'm not going to waste any of my time and energy doing that. Okay? And that all what's in this jar just comes from this. Just comes from this alone. See? Get that right there up in there. Look at that. Now, these are electrical components. How would that not be a potential fire hazard if it just chose to be? You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a serious thing going on here. Not only is this like proving that whoever the real true property owners are really don't give a shit about their actual real estate. You know, they don't care about that. So if there's a fire, okay, so what? Hopefully nobody's lives get taken, and we'll just file insurance and start over. Like, I'm going to find those pictures to prove that that plug in the bathroom of 1904 unit did catch a fire. Unbeknownst to me, that I don't see that it has a lot of this stuff going inside the hole of the plug, and I stick a plug in there and it did that. And when I wrote about it, 3 or 4 or 5 of them came out to that apartment while my daughter was working at home, banging on the door, acting like animals, until I rose up and my daughter was like, okay, hold on a second. And they was hollering and everything. So I was like, what the hell? Because I think I didn't sleep well at all. Finally passed out sleep when they did show up around noon or something like that, 10, something like that. I don't know what time it was. And I opened my window and say, who is it?
Right.
Because I'm not scared of y'all. What is wrong with y'all? We're complaining about a situation you're forcing us to live in, and you gonna come to the door like you got a problem with assessing what's going on.
Right.
And if 4 or 5 or 6 of y'all coming, it was the little Mario dude, maintenance man, and several people from probably housing, and a couple of them from Allied Orion Group property management that don't necessarily work in the office. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And only certain ladies that was not a part of it understood, like, oh my God, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. This is what we breathing in. Okay, so come on, put that back on. Because we're not gonna stick, we'll take it off and we'll do it from there, but we're not gonna stick it into the one that's on the wall. We're not gonna stick it to the one that's on the wall. Yeah. Yeah, because we got these. It's the peak of the day. That's why I show what time it is. It's 2:05 p.m. It's the peak of the day, from noon to what 6ish, when the sun start going down. And this apartment here stay warm anyway. It don't really get super cold in here. And as you can see, the whole unit is dark, so it's a cesspool for mold. See, we're not gonna stick nothing all on that. Because that's up inside the electrical thing. You know, we're not stupid. We're not finna play around with that. Okay. Well, that's plastic, right? Nope. I see some. Is there some little metal? Yep, it's connected to some metal up in there. I don't know if y'all can see it too, but I'm talking about this area right here, right there. I'm just put it back on there. So there's no real inspections of these units. So to show you that this air conditioner is on, The temperature has risen to 72. And you see it's on cool. And you even see the debris in there. Look. This is what I'm talking about. So this is the proof. Because I remember when Elena came over, she was like telling me this story about a lady who had it on a different, had it on a different setting, and that she was the one causing the humidity and the heat and a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. Let me cut the light on. So this is just this. I've been wanting to do this vlog, and I just jumped up. Well, I didn't jump up. Once I said, let me go ahead and get it done. Okay. So this is showing inside of this that on the other apartment it would accumulate really bad in here. So I'm just going through the same areas. And as you can see, there it is. I mean, it's ridiculous. I ain't never seen no shit like this before.
Right, and this is a closed space. So
yeah, it's starting to accumulate down there. See, that's what we breathing in. Okay. So that's just to document it. Like you can even see it here. You might not can you see that? See that? So when I tell my daughter to dust, we do a wet dust. I usually use green alcohol. She sometimes can you straighten up my she sometimes uses a like Lysol wipes or whatever, but I feel like that's a waste of money, so I just use some baby wipes with some green alcohol real quick. Because if I would sterilize my own hands with the green alcohol, then I can sterilize my surfaces and over here. You know, because I'm constantly touching my eye and everything like that. I mean, it'd be everywhere. It'd be here. It'd be on the light. It'd be on every single surface, as I showed you guys. So this is the end of the vlog. I just wanted to get that understood, that this is the issue here. Breathing problem. Who knows what's all in here that's in our lungs that's really affecting us. It's on our food. It's on our, if we have fruit in here, I've always tell her to wash things very, very well. When you get a spoon, wash it. Anything that's sitting out in the open, wash it. So let her go ahead and continue to try to straighten up my bed. And that's the end of the vlog.